The Spin-off Podcast Network.
This is Kiwi is back for a brand new season with more inspiring kōrero from special guests including rugby player, father and role model TJ Perenara.
My family bring me joy. Rugby brings me joy too, but it's not the same joy as my family brings me.
And global dancer and choreographer Kirsten Dodgen.
For some reason, people think I'm very intimidating.
Listen to the new season of This is Kiwi, brought to you by the Spin-off Podcast Network in collaboration with KiwiBank. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you find it hard staying optimistic with all the financial news in the media? I'm Bernard Hickey, and on my podcast, When the Facts Change, I'm here to help you navigate the ever-changing landscape of economics in Aotearoa. So join the conversation every Friday on When the Facts Change, brought to you by the Spin-off Podcast Network in partnership with KiwiBank.
Welcome along to the Real Pod. My name's Jane. I'm joined by Duncan Grieve, and oh, there she is, Alex Casey.
I can't talk.
She's got a mouthful of coleslaw.
Bloody mouthful of Nando's. Thanks, Nando's. Thanks for feeding Duncan and Alex and the rest of the spin-off crew. Wish I had some.
I showed you. We did a 4D cheesy bread experience through the Skype.
I took a photo of it so I can refer back to it in the future. And also, Nando's mentioned me in their Instagram story yesterday.
Did they?
Yeah, it was a really nice moment. And then we had a chat about how Nando's will always be waiting for me when I get home.
That's so nice. Did you see that the Cornies threw the poll the other day and made it cheesy bread, like a cheesy bread washout?
Yeah.
Result?
What? No.
It was very exciting.
Tell me about it.
We're actually like a political power.
Yeah.
I watched that, The Great Hack. Now I know all about that.
Oh.
And we're that.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
Hey, you're going to give away some Nando's badges, right?
Yeah, I just added Chip. Hold on.
What's the secret sound?
So throughout this podcast, I think we should be more like a commercial radio station. I've been giving away badges. At the moment, I've just been embedding little clues in pieces that I write on the spinner.
What?
And putting them in the corner and saying first person to see the Max Key joke gets a badge.
What?
I know, no one knows about
the great hack
it.
of journalism.
I told you, it's Cambridge Analytica.
Whoa.
I'm in it. So the badge has been flying out the door, to be honest. And then I've been adding stuff in. It's crazy.
Is this okay?
It's crazy. It's
Is this
totally
journalism?
fine. I just changed the caption of a photo to a Max Key Corner lyric. No one even notices.
Photo caption.
But I want to give more away. So I think on this podcast, we're going to bury a secret sting. You'll know when you hear it. And when you hear it,
you'll know.
Message me. No, email me, alex@thespinoff.co.nz with the subject line, Space Ghettos.
Is that spelt Space Skittles or Space Skittles?
Space Ghettos.
Space Ghettos. No, that's really hard. You get in and out of your head, eh?
Yeah.
With that one.
It's a real mind freak.
It is. It's like a magic eye.
Space Ghettos.
I'm just saying I've got some photos and mad saved on the desktop of my computer. Anyway.
Just quickly, before we move on from our lovely sponsors, you guys have discovered a new hack for cheesy bread and, is it cheesy bread and hummus? Or is it the chippies and hummus?
Oh.
Go on.
Is this the one with the chili oil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you spoiled it, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't see how you explain it without spoiling it.
The peri-peri drizzle.
Basically, you dribble.
Specifically.
You explain it then.
Well, no, you were the one who ate it. I didn't even eat it.
Oh, wow. Everyone has already figured it out.
You describe it, and I'll...
It was hummus, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hummus.
Hummus with the peri-peri drizzle. Dip the cheesy bread in all of that. No. Dip a chip in it.
Either would work, sure.
No,
I mean,
the cheesy bread. The cheesy bread's the key. Anyway, do it yourself. Email alex@thespinoff.co.nz. Tell her what you think about it.
I'll give you a badge. Maybe also I have these large chili-shaped USB sticks. I keep doing that. I've got 3 left. They're flying out the door as well.
Is anything not flying out the door?
I just need to clean out my desk. I'll just send you some stuff if you want it.
Yeah.
An old magazine. penis straw from Jane's Hens Night.
Hang on, you're not giving that away, are you?
No, of course I'm not. It's going in my
Memories,
coffin when I die.
Hashtag memories. Speaking of hashtag the real pod. No. Sorry, take that out. It's just hashtag real pod. Facebook.com/the real pod is where you find us on Facebook. And while you're there, you can join the corner, but only if you're cool. And our Instagram page is @therealpod. Coming up on this podcast, lots and lots of real news, a little bit of reality check, and I'm just going renegade on the real review, guys.
What?
I'm real reviewing something all on my own. I mean, I'm sure
No,
you guys
that's
can
good.
join
That's
in,
good.
But
We've tasted all of the products in New Zealand, so it's time to start on America.
it's a very New Zealand thing, though. It just tastes really good now that I'm in America. Anyway, first of all, real news. When I first saw the headline for this story, or at least what you wrote in the document, Alex, Michael gagged by maths producer. I was hoping that he'd been gagged by a producer.
Like literally gagged.
Literally gagged. Because I thought that would be, wow, break that wide open.
Yeah.
It
Turns out.
could be gagged and they're like, oh, excuse me, I'm on the cusp of choking. This could be our first snuff pod.
They'll be like
could have been gagged in the street, like the street sense, you know, like I'm gagged by their outfit. You know what I mean?
I've never heard that saying in my life.
Need to watch more Drag Race.
I just want to back up to the having one of us die live on pod. Sad for the other of us and our loved ones, but think about that. Like when was it Logan Paul? What's his name? The YouTuber who did a photo of him with a dead body.
Was it Logan or Jake? Jake.
Was it Jake? Okay, but I feel like that. Maybe that's what we need to push this podcast over the top.
Yeah, and we haven't had a big.
Basically,
go to the top of iTunes for like a day.
Human sacrifice.
Yeah.
Have I talked about the dead man's phone yet?
No.
Is that in the real news? Did I put that in the bulletin?
No.
As in the real pod bulletin, not the actual Alex Bray bulletin with the real news in
I'm sure
it.
he'll report it. Do a write-off.
Members Club, by the way. Don't forget it. Oh no, I bought a deceased estate Nokia because I'm trying to cut my smartphone addiction, and it still had all the dead person's things on it, including 29 missed calls from the same number coming in, and a series of weird like photos of feet and a weird text, and I freaked myself out, and I was like, this is the start of a Momo type thing. But I'm fine now. I reset my phone and I put it in the drawer and I haven't looked at it again. It was C space A space A space D. And it was still open. It was like when you opened the message, you know, like the messages thing.
Okay,
It was
he's
the
had
first
29, like this is what's happened. 29 missed calls, right? And a text message. Okay, this is an old man who's had a fall. He's trying to send a text message to get some help. And someone who's been trying to get hold of him is ringing him 29 times because they're worried. Where are you? What's happening? Why aren't you picking up your phone? You've actually got, well, you did until you erased it, like the moment that the world ended for this man.
It's horrible. I don't know what to do about it. It's too much. I can't process that sort of, that level of emotion and gravitas. So I just reset it.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, I took photos of everything.
Yeah, right. So you took
on my smartphone, which I now am using again because the other phone is too difficult to use.
Hey, can we just back up the truck for just 1 second? Is it pronounced gravitas without an S?
It's gravitas because it's Latin.
I like it with the
right.
Isn't it gravitar what they have on WordPress? It's like your avatar.
Gravitar.
Gravitar. Yes, it is.
Anyway,
so what did I say? Gravitas.
I think it's gravitas.
No, can I admit though? I thought it was gravitas too, but then I interviewed someone on the rag, and in the interview she said gravitar, and I was like, oh well, she's fancier than me. It was Jill Brinsden, ad exec. So then I started saying, I don't mean to palm the blame, but I thought, I took her lead, and now I'm going to redirect that.
Wow, I am Googling that.
Cornies? No. I reckon this is one we throw to the corn.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, it's a lot to process.
This has got nothing to do with Michael being gagged on maths, by the way. But we'll just whip back to that, if you don't mind, Alex. Basically, he's come out and said that there's certain situations where he would have liked to have said something in an ordinary real life situation. He would have said something, but he was under pressure from producers to just not step in because it was better for the storyline that way. That's not surprising.
Yeah, but like in the instance where what's her name, Hurricane
Cyrell.
What was her name?
Cyrell.
Oh, Cyclone Cyrell was gonna literally rip Martha's face off.
Yeah.
Right? I thought it was a reference to that, like the actual like moments of physical danger.
Yeah, but it was good for the storyline. So the producers were right at the end of the day.
Yep.
True. We got a lot out of it.
But what I did find interesting at the bottom end of this story was that that Martha and Michael had previously spoken because he had been on a Tinder date with her maid of honour, and Martha later that night, on the wedding night, said that she'd been the one texting him, like on behalf of his friend.
Whoa.
Her friend, rather. Isn't that funny?
Trying to remember what the maid of honour looked like.
I know, but I'm surprised that didn't come up in the show, that he was like, wow, I went on a date with that girl, your maid of honour. I feel like that would be a great story.
But then I think aren't they fearful of people thinking it's a contrivance, and
Right.
the more people know each other beforehand, the more it just seems a bit phony.
Yeah, true.
When actually it's really,
It's a
really real.
It's a fly on the wall documentary is what it is.
That is exactly what it is. Have you got, what's that, orange or pamplemousse?
This one is lemon. Lemon.
Oh, lemon.
I've just
It's always
drank
lemon. Limo,
I
as they
Yeah, I
say.
go for the classics.
think
I'm
that's
just
a
drinking a
moderate.
sparkling water, by the way. Hey, Rose, your mate. I mean, can we do that? Is that unprofessional to be like your mates?
I think it's fine. I went to high school with her.
Oh, yeah, mate.
One of us has got an HBO show. The other one's eating Nando's on Skype.
Rose Matafeo has an HBO show. Amazing.
That's so hard
It's
out.
phenomenal. It's
Great
amazing.
concept. Great, great great elevator pitch. Do you want to expand on it, Alex, or have you got food in your mouth?
A 20-something-year-old moves to London,
Yeah.
gets caught up in the big city. Is this right?
Yeah.
Caught up in the big city and mistakenly sleeps with a famous movie star. What happens next will shock you. Or something like that. I don't know.
So all in on that concept.
That is a great.
I can't wait. I want to know who the famous movie star's going to be.
Do you think
I
it's
think
going to
she
be?
could
Do you
swing
think it's going to be a
big.
bit like a, just to get him to the Greek made-up kind of movie star, or are they going to use
I think it'll be a real movie star.
Matthew
Be
Perry.
amazing.
Matthew Perry.
Is he a movie star though?
But
Categorically not.
I'm watching him in The Good Fight season 1, and he has aged very poorly.
Same with
Wonderful
MacGyver.
show.
He aged poorly as well.
Well, yeah, but he's really aged.
I would love.
you know?
I would still marry MacGyver. Handy around the
Wow.
house.
Useful, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Not much good if you've got army ants though, because he didn't save his friend who got that. Haunted me. We were talking about that.
What?
We were talking about that in the corner, the episode where the army ants killed MacGyver's mate, the photographer. And it's
How did
just-
they kill him?
So many of them. Just I don't know.
Like drowned
yeah,
in
basically
ants.
drowned in ants, filled up his lungs. I'm not sure.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a
dearie
nightmare.
me, that's
yeah,
yuck.
but that was not good for like 9-year-old Jane to see. That's been
Surely
with
you
me
could
a
just
long
keep
time.
eating them. Just eat the ants.
But
the
it's
whole
the
way.
breathing that's the issue. It's like you could say, "Oh, you go in the ocean and drown. Just drink the water." It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, I will say that. No
Has anyone
excuses.
ever thought of doing that?
And that's been Science Corner on the Real Pod.
So congratulations, Rose. And now we move on to Tony Street's nipples. Well, not her nipples.
This is actually old news. I can't believe we didn't cover this
I can't
last
believe we
week.
didn't either. I know, and it's still
She was
just
wearing a
lurking
top.
around Spy.
Tell me about it.
Oh, you need to see it. Okay, well, this can be Duncan's first react.
Okay.
I haven't
the
got
top
anything
is
open.
pretty
so-
good, right?
Oh, I haven't even got Chrome open. This is going to take a million. Yeah, I know people. There's photos of man popping up on my computer. It was a Is it a wardrobe malfunction?
Not really. So what?
Or is it an
Or is it
illusion?
a function?
Is it fine to Google Tony Street nipple boobgate? There we go. Okay, Duncan's live react.
Okay.
Hold on, wait for it.
Have you still not got it?
Oh,
What do you see?
I see. I see a pair of nipples, quite pronounced, pointing straight down.
To be clear, not her real nipples, just some unfortunate, I think, was it darting around the bosom area?
Basically, she had on an outfit provided by the stylist, and it had darting in the Bristol region, which is not an uncommon place to have some darting. But then when she sat, obviously it looked great, but it wasn't until she sat down that the darts did their thing.
But also, to be clear, your nipples can point in any direction they like, and they're still great,
Absolutely.
Oh,
so
of course.
That's important.
There's certainly no judgment, but it does look a bit, like she said, it looked a bit uddery, like a cow, kind of. And she just wanted to be
it's what Sam Wallace. I feel like Sam Wallace probably says uddery like 3 times a day. In whatever context he pleases.
That is his main comment on.
Yeah. The uddery.
That's just light uddery. Lightly uddery. Sam Wallace.
It's just a good moment.
Okay.
Good face, Jane.
Sorry, I just got an alert on my computer saying that my storage space is almost full, and I'm freaking out that it's going to suddenly stop recording. Anyway, I'll let you know if that happens.
Just delete all of your family photos.
Okay, so anyway, yeah, they weren't, if you did happen to see that and never saw the explanation, the pointy downies were not Tony Street's nipples, but just an unfortunate placement of some darts.
Oh, you know what? I've just remembered that tweet about cutting the nerve on the nipple.
What?
Fuck off.
We have this. It's a tweet that was circulated in the spin-off Slack like a couple of months ago now, and it was about someone who thought they were pulling a thread that they thought was stuck to their nipple piercing, and they cut it, and then they blacked out and realised they had cut like a nerve that they had pulled out somehow.
How do you pull out? Is a nerve like a piece of string?
I don't know.
And
it's probably like an urban legend, but it's still visceral and has a reaction. Alice is now kind of on the floor nearly because she's remembered the tweet. But every time you bring up the tweet, it makes people around you just collapse.
Yeah,
it's quite a power.
It is.
Like Thanos or something.
True instant nausea.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm sure that everyone who's listening is very pleased of you doing that.
Put that in the corner. We'll put it in the corner.
Put it in the corner. We'll put the actual tweet in the corner.
Oh, please don't.
More eloquent than I described it.
Okay, if your stomach wasn't already tuning, how's about a steak pie with a Whittaker's peanut slab smushed in the middle of it for a meal?
I'm into it.
Have you tried it? I mean, this is what you should be real reviewing this week.
I know. Look, you know what? Alice Neville, our food editor, said we should do it as soon as he did it. But now every major outlet has reviewed the, what is it called? The Hooner Schooner or something. He's got a name for it.
It's the Cooney,
you get
Cooney Hooney or something.
Cooney Hooney. Ooh.
No,
okay.
hang on. I might have got that wrong.
This is Eat Lit Food we're talking about, the connoisseur, who says you get a steak and pepper pie from Wild Bean, cut a little incision in the side of it, put a peanut slab inside the pie, let it melt for 5 minutes, and then eat the whole thing. And he says it's delicious. And many people have said the same.
I was aware of this happening in real time because I was hanging out with someone who knows Eat Lit Food, and they were getting sort of progress texts, and I thought it was an abomination.
Wow.
And I still hold to that.
Oh my God, I just realised my friend Jordan sent me like a photo of Eat Lit Food taking a photo in a car park of a pie.
That's
and
what it was.
That would have been the moment.
We could have broken the story.
Oh my God, this is like an eagle eye.
Could have him his own Instagram.
I believe in it.
I tell you what, I do think that the BP Wild Bean Cafe is, I don't know if it's underrated. It's probably not. It's probably highly rated. It's great for a pie, and it's great for a sausage roll, but only if there's no Nando's nearby.
Of course.
I totally endorse that. I think this is a rare thing that we can all agree on, like this year's block being shit. That the three of us are united on Wild Bean just being a cracking cafe.
Mm-hmm. I really love I always get a pie, but I cannot resist those little $1 bites of various meats.
But you can also get like a mac and cheese bite.
You get a mac and cheese one. I had a
and the classic
cheeseburger bite.
The lasagna toppers.
Lasagna toppers.
Yep.
I love it how you can just get a sausage if you want it.
Yeah,
I've never done that, but I find that like a charming option.
Yeah.
Timeless.
Anyway.
They've just got a great hot, what is that called? A hot cabinet.
Would you,
Right, Alice?
would you do the pie peanut slab thing. Would you give it a go?
Yeah, I would. But now I feel like it's kind of done, you know?
I know, but I think the point here is like, let's take the stunt out of it, Alex. Take the review out of it.
Never.
Would you just do it as a human to see what it tastes like?
Yeah,
'Cause
I would. I feel like I like a chip dipped in a sundae. You know, all of that. I'm into all of that crazy shit.
Do you do the ice cream, the top, the choc top in the popcorn at the movies?
Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah,
Of course I do. And I put M&Ms in the popcorn as well. And I have it all cooking. Yeah.
Wow. Like sort of like one of those avant-garde chefs, but at the movies.
See, I couldn't. I think it's too much. Like, it's like I like a peanut slab and I like a pie, and I would if I didn't like it, I'd feel like it's such a waste of two really delicious things, and I'd have regrets. So I just won't even take the risk.
That's true. I mean, you're collapsing your dinner and dessert opportunities.
Yeah.
You know, after a pie, it's quite nice to have I love a strawberry milk in a pie. And I found out recently, my mum had that.
And a pie. No.
Every single day that she was pregnant with me. She had a pie and a strawberry milk.
Every
and that's
single
why
day.
I love that shit.
That's so cool. Man, we need to get a sting for Alex's mum tales.
Space Skittles.
Is that the sting?
But it's like
Is
in
that
my
the- is that the
DNA.
sting?
It's
No, you
crazy.
can't
Yeah, of
say
course
that.
it was. Of course it was.
Yeah,
Willy-nilly.
Email me. Email me now.
No,
for a
but we
badge.
didn't want to draw attention to it. Cut that out. Alex.
Don't email me. Just have fun with it. Venmo me $5 and I'll
All right, we got to crack on.
I'm going to crack on.
have
There's
things
so
to do.
much real news, which is fine because I just don't think there's that much block to talk about. But anyway, after last week's chat about a human-sized parrot, was it last week? Whenever. There's now been a human-sized penguin found in Waipara.
Mental. 80 kgs.
Is this an old or a new one?
This is a new one.
Fuck.
1.6 metres.
That's bloody big because I'm like 1.8.
Imagine
something.
if that walked in. It's actually like I rewatched Billy
Jane,
Madison the other day. He sees a human-sized penguin everywhere.
Is
And
that a
now
good
it's
movie?
real. It's not as good as you remember.
Yeah, I heard that. I started watching it. I thought it was a bit silly because Happy Gilmore still got it.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of them still got it. Billy Madison, not so much.
Okay, so the photo that's been put up, because this is obviously what we're really interested in, the photo that's been put up by the Canterbury Museum has got... So it's a lady. It's always a lady. She's wearing an interesting waistcoat type situation. Have you seen this picture?
Oh yeah, she's dressed like a waitress kind of.
She is,
waitress
but,
penguin.
but kind of like sexy waitress. Because
Yeah, they're always a bit sexy. These.
She's
Well, you
like
can't.
open collar, and then she's got the wide-legged pant on. Not quite a flare, but certainly a wide-legged pant. And she's-
similar cut to the one on the RNZ when they found the big parrot with
Yeah.
the cocked hip. She had long flares on as well,
This-
or like more like boot cut.
Yeah, well, this one's she's walking. She's on her way somewhere, and she's just spotted the penguin. Like, hello.
Like twisting the hips kind of thing.
Yeah, she is. She's turning her head and her body a little, looking at him
It's
directly
really
in the
funny.
eye. But not even her face is not giving anything away. Like, doesn't look like anything out of the ordinary. Amazing. Also, the fossilised bones of this thing was found by an amateur paleontologist. Her name's Lee
Oh my God,
Love.
that's so cool.
Lee Love, great name. But also, there's hope for amateur paleontologists everywhere after that.
That's the dream, eh?
It's
But-
not a dinosaur, but close enough.
Do we feel like that sort of encourages really like heavily amateur paleontology, like sort of the real pod just having a dig? Because I guess what's the line? Like, are you is this person like a trained paleontologist who doesn't get paid for their work, or is it like us? Just a bit more information, please, Jane.
Okay, I haven't got it. But my son wants to be a paleontologist, if that's of any relevance.
It is.
Okay, good. Tiki Tane proposed to his wife-to-be, oh, spoiler alert, she said yes, during a shoot for his new music video. So if you watch the music video,
Wow.
he's tootling around, and then 3/4 of the way through, pops the question. Made me watch the
Wow.
video.
Oh, is the video out already?
Yeah, it's out. And
Whoa, what a lot of pressure on
it
the
is.
soon-to-be wife.
very hard to say no at that point because it ruins the whole, I don't know, assume he got some New Zealand Air funding for that.
True.
Can you get a
Would it go
refund?
even more viral?
Yeah.
Actually.
Keep it in. Cut the music. Just
Watch.
keep rolling on them.
Brackets, watch Tiki Tane cries after rejected by girlfriend.
He really did not
Heaps of
think that
views.
through, did he? Neither of them did.
It's just clutch.
Remember when he got shut in that barn on The Bachelor?
Yep.
And they opened the barn and he played a song and then
Yeah.
they shut him in the barn again.
I remember it
Is that,
well.
where is that where they shot the video? Like, is he out?
Still there.
That was in what was that in art season?
No.
I think it was.
I think it was.
God,
Not
such
Jordan?
good memories. Have they
Well,
had
wasn't
a
the
baby?
goal-
It was Porty.
Wasn't the Golem barn?
No, I don't think it was Porty.
I haven't had the
'cause
baby
I think
yet.
it was. Who was the really tall girl? Was her name Natalie? Natasha?
Yeah.
Natalie?
Natalie.
Natalie.
They had a kind of a
Yeah.
boozy kiss outside the barn, the very same barn. So it was definitely art season. But has he had his baby yet?
Not yet. Well, I hope not. They're coming in to do a podcast on Monday.
Oh my God, it could happen in the studio, right where you're sitting.
Does that mean that the baby is our property if that happens?
Yes. Yeah.
Is that how
Yeah, if
it
they
works?
have
Like
it in-
squatters' rights?
If they have it in our barn, for sure.
I mean, you don't want to make any assumptions of how it's all going to go down
or
there.
our manger, if you will,
We'll just set up a little thing.
with the three
Hot towels. I know you need
kings.
that.
Hot
And
towels and
Mary.
boiling water and towels.
Boiling water.
I don't know how. I don't really know a lot about that story or birthing.
3 wise men.
So yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, did you
That's
say
what I
that
was saying
already?
that before.
Sorry.
I say a lot of things. Just talking over people.
Are the cornies our sheep? That's a bit mean, isn't it?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, Wayne's our shepherd. We'll get to Wayne soon, though. Mike Hosking is the latest victim of the fake news Facebook ads.
Is he?
Yeah.
What's
There's
he-
some
what's he
scams
saying?
using his profile. It's not very exciting. They're just kind of using him and then using like clickbait type headlines. Like
Are you sure you're not just talking about News Talk ZB?
I know. It's true. It's not very.
Sorry, Stuart.
It's actually it's like Mike confirms allegations, and Mike drops bombshell. Producers forced to cut straight to commercial. Again, it could be news, but apparently fake news. But you go to the bottom
Straight
of the
to
story.
commercial.
Again, this is where all the gold is. Did we talk? We know we talked about Megan Pappas falling victim, but did
Yeah.
we talk about how it happened or what she was supposedly?
That it was like skincare.
no.
wasn't
Well,
it?
no. Okay, so it's her
Oh, no,
pho-
that was Nadia Lim.
her photos were used on a fake news Instagram page claiming she was a young girl whose mother shaved her head as punishment for bullying a girl with cancer. That is intense.
And did they steal the photo of the time they put her in a bald cap for like a radio stunt? Because they did do that.
I shouldn't laugh. I shouldn't.
Well, I think it's fine.
okay. I just need, as long as I've got permission from Alex Casey, it's all right.
Well, we're not laughing at cancer.
Oh my God, there's so many, there's still more news stories. How are we going for time? Oh, we're all right. Okay.
Duncan's shaking his head.
The next story, well, it's not even really a story, it's just a really good headline. Will All Black get married sporting a mullet? I just really like that as a really Kiwi headline. I don't know if I'm just feeling a little bit nostalgic for home.
I think you are.
Okay, moving on. Over here in LA, Alabama Hannah, for Bachelorette followers, she's the most recent US Bachelorette. She's moved to LA, and I'm pretty sure that she lives like 5 minutes down the road from me.
What?
I've
Maybe you're going to
DM'd her.
become friends.
What?
I've DM'd her, but like she's got 2.5 million followers. I actually DM'd her asking if she'd come on our podcast. I don't think it's going to happen.
Why not?
I'm sitting in my bedroom and I've got the mic and my computer and the mixer on an ironing board.
Everyone starts somewhere, including Alabama Hannah.
Why do you think she lives 5 minutes away?
Because I've been stalking her her Instagram stories and it showed her like outside some apartments, and then the next thing you know she's down at the beach in Marina Del Rey, which is like 5 minutes from here, and then she's also been around Venice Beach, and this is where I live.
Wow.
I know. And rumour has it she's going to be on Dancing with the Stars, and I'm going to a Dancing with the Stars recording. So
So you're
That's
basically
amazing.
hanging out all the time.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Dancing with the Stars recording. Is Dominic Bowden still on Dancing with the Stars, like as a backstage host? What's that gig?
I thought
Was it Dancing with the Stars? I thought it was a
something
different
else.
one.
No, Dancing with Stars.
Well, no, was it?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
No.
I thought it was
It
like
was.
Dance
It
like
was.
a
I
celeb-
interviewed him when I was there, and he showed me the set of Dancing with the Stars because
Oh,
that's what he worked
maybe
on.
you're just confused.
Samuel Levi is writing a book.
Huge news. Can't
I
believe
hope
we've
he's
talked about
just
this.
writing it the way that he writes everything. Stream of consciousness type stuff.
Same. His journey and always saying myself like way too many times. Oh, where do I pre-order it? I can't wait.
Hey,
And
we're
then he
probably
can
going
write
to
his own
see
press
him.
releases. It'd be so good.
We're
gonna
going
see
to
him.
the launch of Celebrity Treasure Island in a matter of hours.
Yeah. He won't be there though because he lives in Melbourne
Oh.
now.
Hey, we didn't talk about this last week, but can you just tell us about what happened at the Bachelor party? We just didn't get time to do it.
Didn't we talk about it?
Well,
I
No.
told you I saw Colin, and Colin had all those funny jokes about the hors d'oeuvres.
Did,
Yes.
did it happen on the air? Because
Yeah.
I left. Okay, so it must have happened after I left. Take it all back.
No,
I
we
should just
covered
stick
it.
around for my podcast.
It was fun. Tina broke a glass. We had coupley wines.
But I'm excited. This week is a rare double up of Celebrity Treasure Island launch and Blockhouses visit.
Oh my God, it's true.
Oh,
It's like the old days.
when are you visiting blockhouses?
Friday afternoon.
Every day
all
when you
morning.
walk past from the train.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But
The most exciting news in real news this week. Duncan is challenging Kathy Casey, aka Alex Casey's mum, at Scrabble. What is this? Explain.
Space Ghettos, one word. Email me again, Alex at Spinoff.
yeah, well, I quite fancy myself at Scrabble. Not entirely without reason, but without a huge amount of, I shouldn't be very confident, but I am. And Kathy Casey is like a former nationals competitor level.
Current.
Whoa.
She's not amazing, but she's she plays once a week at the Mount Albert Scrabble Club. I think she might be C or D grade nationally.
Yeah, so she is going to absolutely clean my clock, but I kind of want
Sorry,
to
she's
get
going
into.
to what?
You heard me.
I've got... Oh, carry on.
Clean your mind, mate. she's going to clean my clock, but I kind of want to set a baseline. Where have you gone,
Jane
Jane?
is falling over.
Just the filth. I just want I want to get into competitive Scrabble when I'm older, and I think it's good for me to help to test myself against a real pro. And now she's goading me on Facebook, which is quite cool.
She's tagging you in and stuff. It's really funny.
So when's this happening?
She loves it. I don't know. Tee up a time.
I think it should be before the election, and I think I need to do a lot of training because I'm massively out of Scrabble shape. I used to play Words with friends. I have 5 games on the go at all times for years and years and years, but I probably haven't touched a Scrabble tile in anger in 6 months.
You've got to brush out. See, I mean, she is very good. She's memorised the whole thing. She knows all the words. But she's got all those old Scottish words
Yeah.
that are just there, which I think is unfair because it's I wasn't allowed scucks, and yet she can have yee, or something like that with a million E's in it and I's and whatnot, and
just my
probably an
surname.
X. And I'm not fair. She doesn't have fun. She doesn't have fun with it.
No.
She does not have
No
fun with
mercy.
Scrabble rules.
If you've got a cool word that you can play, or a real butt ugly sort of mush together a bunch of letters word, that's what you always play. Joyless Scrabble is the Scrabble I enjoy.
I just like writing rude words.
Bum.
Okay, very soon we're going to be just diving into reality check. But first, a wee word about spin-off members. Hello, if you don't mind, we just want to have a quick word about the spin-off members. It's a new initiative designed to facilitate the most important but sadly hard to fund journalism. By becoming a member, you'll be supporting the hiring of more journalists and you'll have your say in directing new areas of coverage here at the spin-off.
You can choose your level of contribution, and if it happens to be $80 or more, you'll receive a copy of the Spin-Off's inaugural book and a tote bag. Help shape the Spin-Off by becoming a member. Visit thespinoff.co.nz/members.
Are you going?
I could probably go.
I am disgusted at how much you have copied my husband.
Duncan, just because I'm playing the sting doesn't mean that I can't hear you.
Oh, were you playing the sting?
Yeah.
I thought we were just leaving a hole.
Well, we left a hole and then played the sting. But you can't hear the sting, which is why you always talk over the top of it. Anyway, Boss Babes, Alex, you're still in there.
Still good. Still good. Episode 3 is all about the butt lift, the Brazilian butt lift, and it is in gory detail. And honestly, like, I feel like I've talked at length on various platforms about trying to figure out, like, what I think about plastic surgery and stuff. But watching this, I feel like I watch it and I'm like, oh, I never want to do anything close to that in my entire life. She's like vomiting. She's bleeding from like all over her body because they suck fat from under her arms and her stomach and then inject it into her butt. So she has to have like this full body like pad on the bed that's soaked in blood, and the hotel like charges her because it's like her whole room is just soaked in blood. It's the gnarliest thing I've seen in a really long time.
That two things. One, does it stay like that forever?
Yeah.
Or does it like sort of gradually work its way down and then you've just got big ankles?
No, I don't think so. I think it stays there, Duncan.
I think it stays there, and I think also like because it's your own fat cell, it's not like, you know, it's not like it's like implants or an alien fabric that I think it like. I think when she's like an old lady, she's not going to have a massive bubble butt, but I can't quite figure out why.
That'd be cool.
I think it like chills down a bit.
To be an
Maybe
old
it
lady
doesn't.
with like a fucking hard out bubble butt. 2, that wasn't my second point. 2, do you think, like, it sounds like it's kind of weirdly almost public service, like this kind of thing, like showing the realities of brutal cosmetic surgery?
Yeah.
True. And to be honest, I kind of respect her transparency around it, because for the most part, people who you see that have bodies / faces / whatever like that on Instagram, you're never going to see how they got that. And once I've seen it, I was like, that's a fucking nightmare.
Apart from
I
Simone
will
Anderson,
never-
that's quite great. She's been quite graphic
Yeah.
with her stuff.
And and she sort of has the same philosophy of like showing every part of it, at least, you know, instead of just sort of pretending you've had a nice holiday in Bali and a good sleep.
Well, maybe we've been giving influencers a hard time about the teeth whitening kits. Maybe they're just showing the reality of whitening your teeth.
Apparently it does hurt.
What? Teeth whitening?
No.
Yeah, apparently it makes apparently it makes your teeth quite sensitive afterwards.
Oh, yeah, it does a
couple of people
little.
have told me. I don't like that. I don't like tooth sensitivity. I don't understand it.
Enjoy your yellow teeth.
I am. Very much.
I've only watched like a third of an episode of Boss Babes. I will get to it. I'm just very busy in cakes at the moment. Got 5th birthday coming up. Not mine. And I am enjoying it, but I don't like the voiceover lady. She's probably lovely. She herself is probably lovely, but I feel like a bit of voiceover, like I feel like actually I want everything to have a Love Island style voiceover.
Yeah.
But it kind of sounds like they're doing a proper documentary voice, like inside New Zealand circa 2001.
Yeah. You might be right there. Some of it's like a bit, it feels it's like really written, like these funny little, it's too knowing little jokes. I just want to watch them forever.
Oh, I just don't even think it needs voiceover. Let them carry the story. Like the Kardashians. You don't have voiceovers in Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
True.
Anyway, Bachelor Australia. I've not watched it. Tell me.
It's good. It's good. He's an astrophysicist. His name's Matt. His job was to find another Earth. Crazy, eh?
Did he?
That's like his life's mission. To
So
find another Earth
he's still
out
doing
there.
it?
Well, he's put it on pause because he has to find a lady.
Oh, okay.
Is that really, really, really his real job?
That's what.
Or is that just like a thing he sort of did a bit once?
Well, that's what he says.
I know, but I don't know if
how
I
do
trust
you
him.
even go
I mean,
about...
we're all looking for another Earth, aren't we? In a way.
Where do you start with that? Take a left at Mars.
Up.
Or down. Or left
Or
right.
down.
There's lots of options. 360 degrees worth of options.
It's true, because he's devoted himself so much of his time in his life to trying to find another Earth that he has not found love.
Where has he been based while he does this? Like in Australia?
In Australia.
Bullshit.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I call bullshit too. And also, I'm sorry, but if you can't find love in your 20-something years on this planet, what bloody chance have you got of finding another Earth?
Sorry, I'm getting a sore shoulder from the stress of realising I'm cancelled.
Yeah, we just had to cut something out.
We just had to cut this. Yeah.
Duncan's cancelled. We're coming back to the Bachelor Australia.
Duncan's fault. Okay.
It's really amazing. There's heaps of amazing characters. A lady turns up in a wedding dress. A lady turns up with she's crafted a temporary tattoo of like the chemical structure of oxytocin.
Oh, I thought you said tempura.
Plants that on his pecs. She's not interested. Plants that on his pecs. It's just great. I feel like Bachelor Australia does it very well, and I will try and keep watching, but I'm worried about how much TV's creeping up on us.
A lot of telly. I just can't wait for the block to be over. But anyway, quickly, just Treasure Island. You've had a preview.
Oh, it's amazing. That's the thing. It's like that's
it
3
really
nights away.
good?
It's really. I think it's really, really good. Carl Burnett. Oh, so funny.
I knew that he was going to be a bloody star on that island.
Yeah.
You did. You called
I
it.
believed in him right from when no one else believed. I believed.
It's a rare win for Jane Yee.
There's there's 2 separate incredibly funny things that Carl Burnett does in the first episode that are like iconic or instant iconic moments.
Can you
Get excited.
Can you please get onto one of your PR people to make it available to me somehow?
Yeah, I'm getting the screeners ASAP, and I will flick them to you.
Thank you. Did you see the story that was in the Herald about some of the rumours that are going through? Like there's like weatherman beef, and Sam Wallace is apparently like he's made some friends and he's lost some friends along the way, and all that sort of carry on.
We've probably talked about the udders.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently
Stranded
there's
on
some
an island.
sexism in there. But yeah, I trust your judgment, Alex Casey, and if you say it's going to be a stonker of a season, I'm into it. High five to you too, Duncan. He's just given me the 5 min signal. We'll quickly whip into the block where room reveal this week was hallway laundry, front entrance, back door,
Stairs.
cat flap week.
Front entrance, back door, cat flap sounds like some other stuff. Sounds like some cool new nicknames for.
Who won? Stacey and Adam won, eh?
Probably. I love Stacey and Adam. I've come all the way around.
Oh, I love them too.
Go the mighty millennials.
Yeah, they're such a good ad for millennials.
Mm-hmm. And they're really defying, like, I feel like at the start of the season, they set them up to be these lazy bone, like, dickheads, and Sophia and Makaidu were going to be the beasts, and they've just totally...
Yeah, nah.
None of that's true, and I don't even think, production knew that.
No,
They had
totally.
no idea
They
how
were-
useless Sophia and Makaidu were going to be.
Well, so they were just making assumptions about how Stacey and Adam present,
Yes.
which is basically pure millennial cliche, but it's kind of come around to what we all sort of know is that, like, basically they just seem to work really hard and be smart and creative and concerned, and, you know, they just make you feel like a lazy old egg if you're of our vintage Jane.
Stacey and Adam, this is when I really, this week it cemented how much I love them. When Adam walks in with his phone with a TSB payment that he wants to show her, Stacey's just standing there in the kitchen sniffing tomatoes. And I just felt like there was something about that was just pure genius. Comedy, you know, a little light comedy in there. I loved it.
Oh, and she also did that, like, pun on tomatoes.
Did she?
Tomato. She did some cool pun to close out the scene. It was kind of half scripted and goofy, but just sort of worked. You guys might have missed it. It was pretty subtle.
Yeah. Possibly not even there. Still in the kitchen. Did you see the size of Lisa's scones? And she just...
No.
Very high scones. And she's just got full
Is
slices
this a bit of a
cheese on
Tony
top
Street
before
situation?
She chucks. Excuse me, I'm talking. Right? Shut
You
it.
see the size of Lisa's scones.
I need to get this out. It's so important, okay?
Email subject Lisa's scones. Alex at the spinoff.co.nz.
She puts a full slice of cheese on the top of every scone before putting it in the oven.
Yum.
What's wrong with that?
It looks both efficient and delicious. Well, normally you grate it. That's what most
Into the
recipes
middle of
call
it.
for you to do, but she's just slice of cheese. She's a caterer, so she knows this works.
She had a tough week, though, in general. Let's not gloss over the fact that Lisa just basically threw a week-long sad about not being able to get a pink hallway and then just fucked off and just left Ribs to do it. Unbelievable. So what did we
There
talk about
is
this last
that,
week?
but we just have to also remember that her granddad died.
I do think no matter what personal stresses you're going through, not getting your hallway colour choice shouldn't be enough to abandon poor old Ribsy to do all the
It's
painting on
quite
his
amazing.
own.
I'm like, power to you. Silent treatment's hard to maintain, you know? And to do
think-
it for a week is commendable.
It is, and also she got the result she wanted, which was a complete fail of an entranceway, so she could prove her point.
True.
But that gold is a nightmare. It was a nightmare when it was sponged by old Anando, bless him. And it was a nightmare when she did her bloody over the brush effect.
Crisscross,
And it's still
yeah.
a nightmare.
It's so good that they had to like bring that random lady from the ugly art shop over to tell them that it was ugly. And she's like, well, that's the nail in the coffin. It's like everyone has been telling you this is the worst thing.
I just think, in general, the number of complete botch-ups this season, like unfinished rooms, that
So bad.
that heinous wall that the lads did,
yeah.
just looked like a pair of boardies. Like, it's just... It's so crazy how
that little
bad.
deer print that was hung in the middle.
Is that deer in every one of their rooms? Is that like a
It's because
meme?
that's what mixed up the roads.
I know, Mix has just only got prints of terrified-looking pre-shot deer. It's so funny how, because last season I felt like, wow, all these things are really stylish, apart from the boys did a few sort of moody black kind of things that
was
they later
fine.
fixed up.
Yeah.
This is just like, you've got an actively dangerous room that will kill children. None of you can finish anything ever. Like, when was the last time Sophia Makairi finished a room? Like,
They haven't.
I don't think I have.
there's like thousands of New Zealanders have been born since they last finished a room.
Also, Sophia Makairi's Eden Park challenge wall with the rugby ball and the cricket ball handover from the large adult hand to the small child hand. Did you watch this, Duncan? No.
I watched it, but
Doing a Lisa.
Okay, so Makairi was like in his element because he got to do some of his art, which, by the way, not great art as far as art
Jane, I
goes.
dare you to draw a giant bloody
no, but I don't go
rugby
around
mural
saying
in
that
a
this is my
day.
thing.
I thought he was a teacher. I thought Sophia was the artist. She makes a hedgehog.
I don't know.
t-shirt.
This was all because everyone was going, oh, Sophia Makairi's going to be great because this is Makairi's in his element. This is his thing. But anyway, at one point he's like, what we're going to do is we're going to have a big hand. It's the adult handing down the ball, and then the other hand's going to be like, it's going to be the kid holding balls. And it was a bit funny. It's so serious. It's his art, Anyway,
Oh dear.
that was a hell of a challenge. What
It
was
was fun to see all our old friends though.
It
from
was fun.
The
We-
Lings,
yeah.
the Zings,
Kat and Jeremy, one of my
Uh,
faves from the whole bloody franchise. Nate and Andy were there,
M.
Chloe and M. I've got Long and Zing. Ling obviously auto-corrected to Long in the doc. Then they did the marble
dear.
run challenge, and that was boring. But there's the bit at
I've
the
done
end
that.
there where I have a problem with how they ran this for a start, because they had two teams go against each other first, and it meant the other two teams could sit there and learn from their mistakes, which I think gives them an unfair advantage. But anyhow,
It's a huge
So
advantage.
blindfold.
Sophia Makairi and Ethan and Sam were the second lot to go, And at the end, the 2 marbles dropped out, and they're like, "Oh, we don't know who won. We don't know who won. It was really, really close." And Sophia and Macari think we might have got the edge. And then Mark announces the times, and there's like a 3-second difference in the times. That's not close. No. That's a very clear win. Anyway, it's just, I thought this was a documentary. And then the last bit that happened on the show is that Lisa's granddad died. Oh, and it's do-over week this week. And the wall dramas. That's it.
And the Gold Wall dramas, Block Collective. Oh.
The series that never ends.
Are you about to run away, Duncan?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Do you want to stick around for Wayne's World, or are you going to go?
Let's do Wayne's World and then I'll go.
Okay.
I'm going to be late to a meeting.
Okay.
Trying to save the business. Just kidding. It's fine. Probably fine.
If you've got a problem, just call Wayne.
Yeah. No, I genuinely think that Wayne...
When The Simpsons jumped the shark.
What was the first album you got on?
What was your gateway podcast?
To be in Wayne's World.
Wayne's been a busy little beaver in the corner this week, as per always. And this week he brought up something that was quite revealing for all of us in the corner.
Whoa.
What
are we talking about?
He posted a poll to see which of these sort of like socially unacceptable, but perhaps looked down upon behaviours we would admit to engaging in. And so the cornies have all been filling out the poll. And
What's the most popular one?
What are the behaviours? I didn't see this.
Peeing in the shower. I can't get it to load. It's not loading. Have you got it?
It was like texting while driving, ghosting somebody you're dating.
Okay, here we go. I've got them all. Okay. Peeing in the shower, sleeping with your phone, driving and texting, ghosting a romantic partner, and there's one more other option that I can't see. Duncan, you haven't filled out.
There's one that was like faking your CV.
Oh, or like embellishing.
Embellishing something on your CV.
So, Duncan, seeing as you're the only person who hasn't gone and filled this out of the three of us, do you pee in the shower?
I've done it just to see what it was like, see what all the fuss was about.
So you reckon you're a oncer?
But maybe like a twice or a thricer, but not. I certainly wouldn't say like I'm a regular. Not out of any great conviction. It's just there's often a perfectly good toilet nearby and all the rest of it.
But there's the thing. I don't know if it's a girl thing, but like as soon as water hits you, you feel like you need to go, regardless of whether you've just been. So
just girly things. As soon as water hits you.
Out it goes.
I know what you mean. I mean, I agree. I'm with you, Jane.
I had a situation at the beach the other day up in Malibu where I needed to pee, and so I'm just going to go in the ocean, right? That's fine. Everyone does that, right?
Yeah.
But the waves were not like, the waves were quite big, and so I couldn't quite get far out enough. Like I basically needed to go and stand and like whitewash, but I was too scared because there was quite a bad undertow, and so it took me ages to get to a point where I could time it.
And then you had to get to hit your head in the game.
Why is Jane hanging out like at mid-thigh height in the ocean for such a long time?
I feel like there's also a real specific expression you get when you're doing it. So like,
yeah, it's like a cat.
Yeah, just
cat in a litter tray.
But also like act natural, just frolicking, everything's fine.
Just smiling.
Okay, sleeping with your phone.
Just standing still.
We've all done that.
Sleeping with your phone, I don't really understand that one. Is that like falling asleep with your phone in your hand? Or like sleeping with your phone
just having it next to you?
I have to go. I have to go.
Bye, Duncan.
I don't think I definitely text while driving. I try not to, but definitely do it. I don't think I've ghosted someone, but I've probably given sort of bullshit reasons for the breakup. And what was the other one?
Stolen towels from a hotel or motel?
No, but I did buy a dressing gown once. That's not the same.
It's not the same.
Fucking nice, though.
Fudged a bit or a lot on your resume?
Nah.
Isn't that not how you got this job?
Oh.
Hey.
All right. Lovely time.
Lovely time.
Lovely time.
I enjoyed everyone revealing how terrible they were. Gotta say that.
I loved it. It was good. I'm one of only 5 people who've stolen a towel from a hotel and motel.
I'm too scared. Don't you get charged?
Look, I took a flannel.
I took a flannel.
Oh, okay.
Or a hand towel or something. Because we were low at home. And I was like, they're never going to know.
I'm trying to think. Oh, I'm so scared of, I have a fear of authority.
Yeah.
And I'd be worried about getting in trouble, but somehow that doesn't lend itself to any of the other.
Look, if you're feeling particularly rebellious, I would suggest that taking a towel back to the room from the pool and then tucking that into your, if you really were to steal something and didn't want to get caught, because it's not like they put GPS.
That's true.
Speaking of GPS though, I got fucked over so bad at Target the other day.
Why?
I went to the mall. I bought all the school supplies and all this birthday stuff for the kids, including 5 reams of paper. And I had to park miles away. And I parked at the far end of a car park, and then Target was at the other end of the mall. So it was basically like 6 kilometres. And
oh, my God.
I was wheeling my trolley out, and they've got this thing, and I didn't know about it, but it the trolley seizes up, and it just stops if it gets like too far away from the store.
Because they think you're taking it.
Yes.
Wow.
And so I had to carry, I'm not shitting you, so much stuff. I thought there was a point where I was like, I cannot do this.
What did you have? They were in bags?
Yeah, but I had 5 reams of paper. Do you know how heavy paper is?
I guess so.
Well, 5 reams.
Like a thick thing. Why do you have so much paper?
Because at school, we have to buy it for school supplies.
Just paper.
I also had 6 rolls of wrapping paper, which are very awkward to carry, and they don't stay in bags. And I had Risk, the board game, under one arm. I had.
Why are you buying Risk?
Because Joel likes it, and I saw it was on sale. I had so many things. I had 7 or 8 bags plus wrapping paper, plus a Toy Story 4 Bo Peep bloody stuff, in a board game. And it was just, I was sweating.
So what did you do? You just had to carry it all?
Yes, I had.
Couldn't you not transfer to a trolley from a different place?
There were no trolleys around. The mall was shut. I was doing the closed St. Luke's kind of walk of shame.
Oh, God.
Oh, it was terrible.
That sounds really stressful.
It was so stressful. It was so stressful anyway.
I would almost want to put some things on the ground and kick them all the way to the car.
It's very hard to kick a ream of paper to the car, Alex.
Isn't it? Just slide like a
curling
thing.
You'd think, wouldn't you? You just can't kick it very far at a time. Anyway.
That's a drama. I'm worried that you're going to run into a really famous celebrity during one of these many embarrassing moments that you have, e.g. peeing in the waves or carrying a million reams of paper for some reason, and then Alabama Hannah walks past and you've botched your moment.
Oh, God.
You need to stay vigilant.
Okay.
I'll
try not to be Larry David too much around
small trips.
LA. Okay, anyway, thanks, Wayne, for your poll. Loved it. Okay, let's get into the real review. It's going to be a real quick one.
This is great.
5 out of 5 from me.
The nicest thing that's ever happened.
And that's the real review. Just cheese and tomato on toast.
Yum.
So good. Like a big chunk of white bread, preferably made by me, with butter, slice of cheese, sliced tomato or 2, salt and pepper. Seriously good.
Delicious.
So good. Don't put it in a sandwich.
What kind of cheese are you running there?
Oh, we found some New Zealand mainland cheese at Whole Foods.
Why do you do that in quotation marks?
Because I don't know if it's it's weird. It's not like in mainland. It's like bootleg mainland.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Kind of.
I don't like.
Love
maybe
that.
it's from the New Zealand mainland as opposed to by the company mainland. I don't know, but anyway, it was delicious.
Yeah.
So I'm just 5 out of 5 for the cheese and tomato on toast. Okay, that's all. I'm going to skip community notice board for this week. Is that all right?
Do we not have one? Yeah.
Well, we've got a couple there, but we can shelve them. It's fine. Let's get into the cranny.
Colin's cranny. Colin's cranny. Colin's cranny. Cranny. Colin's cranny.
I do have something for the cranny. It's just Colin's Instagram page. I just think we've reached the point with the cranny where it's a bit like Max Key Corner, and that you just can't not have it.
Yeah,
don't you agree? Mm-hmm. I don't really have anything, but there is a lovely photo of Colin sitting in a spa. He's been down in Rotorua judging.
I think he's naked.
What? Really? Oh, is that why he's got his hand there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you can see his thigh. Wow.
Unless he's wearing very small shorts.
He's leaning over quite far forward and he's got, yes, you're right, he's got a modesty patch, which is his hand.
It's bold.
Has he got some
Respect.
food? Has he got some food in his bed there, right next to his lap?
I haven't got
little,
open,
just a
I'll
little
admit.
stray ginger hair. Anyway, happens to the best of us.
I just love him.
When you see it in thumbnail form, it looks like he's sitting up in bed and holding up the covers, but actually sitting in a spa. Worth a look.
Wow. He's a master.
He's
a master illusionist.
Colin Mathura Jeffrey. 2 E's on the end there. No Y. Go and check him out on the Instagram. And our other Instagram favourite, of course, is...
Oh my God, has he deleted his Twitter?
Like and subscribe.
Max Key Corner.
Oh my God.
I'll never forget you.
Subscribe.
No, Colin hasn't deleted his Twitter. It's still there. Anyway, Max Key. He's done another threefer. He's got another 3 shirtless pics in a row on his Instagram. So he had the 3 shirtless pics, and then there was 1 pic beshirted, and then another 3 shirtless. So the ratio is just really ramping up there.
Yeah. Have you seen the amazing? I don't know if there's been multiple cornies in Croatia still looking for his GoPro.
Well, listen, his camera. I remember when we first talked about it, it got swept out to sea. So you want to be standing near the ocean. Have a little wee while you're there.
Yeah, of course. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing in the way to get to a certain height.
It's been Sir John Key's. He's a sir, isn't he? Is he?
I think so.
No idea. It was his birthday this week, so happy birthday. But the latest picture that Max has put up is him. He's got like when you accidentally open the front camera, right? Now look.
Yeah.
There's one reason that he's posted this photo, and it's not because it's a lot.
Abs?
It's because it's Ab City.
How is he staying so cut on holiday? Is what I want to know. His ab, unless he's face tuning.
Can you do that? Can you face tune abs?
You can face tune anything.
Because I have you got the picture in front of you?
I do.
What is happening under his left arm there? There's some blurring going on that looks like. I understand he's got that kind of like wide angle lens thing for the lovely scenery, but there's some weird blurring. Maybe
there is. Is he trying to protect the identity of someone behind him, like that guy from Tomorrowland, whatever that?
Possibly. That was my first initial thought, is that there's someone standing behind him and kind of ruining his picture. So he's just done his best to blur them out. Anyway.
It's intriguing.
Let us know your thoughts. Space Skittles.
Space Skittles.
That is our podcast for this week. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, Nando's.
Thank you, Nando's.
Alice.
Thank you, Alice.
Well, I was going to say she's Tina this week, but she's not. She's Alice.
She's Alice.
Who she is.
Yeah.
And long-time pod listeners will know that Alice was a producer for us for a good long while. So it's nice to be back
OG producer.
Back in the saddle.
Where it all began.
No. The OG producer was Ricky.
Oh, my God, Ricky. I'll never forget you. Oh, we should get Ricky back.
Oh, I wonder what... No, he's in the UK making guitars.
What?
He's doing some weird course where he's like making guitars, like from scratch.
That'll be you next, Alice. Making guitars.
We're the real pod takes you. Anyway, thanks very much, everybody, for listening. Thanks, Nando's. Thanks, Alex. Okay, we're all done.
Thank you, Jane.
Bye.
Bye. Kia ora, I'm Alex Casey, Senior Writer at The Spin-Off. We wouldn't exist without the ongoing support of our generous members. If you're able to, you can make a donation at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
Kia ora e te iwi, Te Aihe Butler here, Podcast Manager at The Spin-Off. If you enjoy listening to our podcasts, consider supporting our mahi by signing up to become a Spin-Off member at thespinoff.co.nz/donate. The Spin-Off Podcast Network.